So Vortex here, welcome to my review of the Creative BTW3. As you can see, it is a Bluetooth audio transmitter, which is Bluetooth 5. As usual, small disclaimer is the company Creative sent this out to me to review. I was not paid to do this video, and all the thoughts and opinions are my own. And yeah, let's get into it. So, like I said in the video, the introduction part, Bluetooth 5, start from the top, QR code to get to the model. The model is the BT-W3. They do have an older model, which is only Bluetooth 2.1 or something like that. This is the way more up-to-date model. Works with PS4, which I can confirm, and I will show you in a second in the next clip. I have a PS4 Pro, and it works fine. It's meant to work with a PS5, which unfortunately I don't have. Same with the Switch, unfortunately I don't have. I've got a Windows 10 PC, and I've tried it with that, and it works again perfect, and it works with Mac, which I don't have. And you do get those two parts, which I'll show you in a few seconds when I open up. There's a button on the bottom, that's in the actual light, which I'll show you as well. And the button will basically use it for pairing and to switch between codecs. So it's got Bluetooth 5, Qualcomm aptX, low latency, and it does voice chat support, which you can use it with that. Basically, just there's some information. US, the company's based out of Singapore. European one, which is in Dublin, and yeah, Japanese website. So you can use it with all these. It does come with an adapter as well. Obviously, I've used it with my PC, which is basically like the laptop and my PS4 Pro. So here's the colours. I will show you them in a few seconds what it's actually like in the next clip. Low latency. I had to borrow headphones off a friend of mine to test that, but it does work fine. But most of my testing was done with my Bang & Olufsen headphones, which use aptX HD, and then they can use either of them as, you know, modes below it. So there's a different colours, so white, green, blue and yellow. Obviously the yellow is the highest quality, but the highest latency. aptX and low latency aptX are similar bit rates. SBC is the lowest and aptX is the highest. And there's some information, so let's get into it. So the only job this is basically designed for is just for transmitting. With HFP mode, you can do slight kind of receiving, but that's not its intended design. So some silica gel, don't eat. Yeah, exactly. So good to see that, to keep moisture away. Quick start guide, check that in a second. Worldwide warranty, which is just be kind of information. Look at that. On to what the actual. So this is the actual analog microphone, if it focuses. So you can use this in the controller of a PS4. So if you're using headphones in low latency, plug this in the controller. That will be your microphone. Then your headphones are just doing as a headphone. So you get 4-pole, obviously, because it's got a microphone. And that's it. So obviously very small, as you can see, much smaller than a flash drive. Let's take this plastic off. So there's some model information there. Basically the top, that circle there is obviously a light. So you just press the button to change mode and to pair. Obviously very small, as you can see. Much smaller than a thumb drive. And here's the adapter. This USB-A to USB-C. That's it. And quick start guide. So yeah, I'll go over that in the next clip. So this is the actual quick start guide. As you can see, it is very well thought out. So basically you can use it in every kind of device and how you use it. So obviously the computer and the laptop work the same way. It just tells you if you want to use the analog adapter, or sorry, the analog microphone, as you can see here. And yeah, very straightforward. Pairing mode with how it flashes blue, like I said, with the colours. HFP mode for calling is there. I tried that once and it worked fine, but mainly you're going to use it basically for its codecs. That's why you use it here. But when you use it like in low latency, you don't have HFP mode. That's how you set it up on a PS4 Pro or PS4 or Slim. I guess it might be similar with the PS5. I don't know how the menu system works, but I guess it's probably not going to be any more difficult. So make sure you click the right things there. Same for the Switch. Put registration. But yeah, very easy to use. So that's if you want to use in low latency mode, you have to use the actual analog microphone. And yeah, that's it. So here's some more information. Bluetooth 5, frequency range, HFP, AVRCP and A2DP profiles. Obviously you can do SBC, aptX, aptX Lite, aptX HD. There's the distance. I had no issues with distance. Yeah, I'm going to show you now, plugged into my PS4 Pro, and you can see what it's like. Now as you can see, it's plugged into my PS4. That's to a wide controller I'm currently using. Obviously that's what it looks like, plugged in. Change the angle a bit. So that's what it looks like. This is actually slightly yellow in real life. It's just how my camera picks it up. So it's already paired. You just hold that for a couple of seconds like you've seen in the guide. To change modes, you just press it once. It takes about a second. Now as you can see, that's changed to aptX. I've got the Bang & Olufsen's plugged in just off camera. And then again, if you want to change it to a different mode, it will go to blue now. Now it's an SBC. If you had low latency headphones plugged in, it would go to white, but mine only go to yellow, like a very light yellow, as you can see. And that's it. That's just how you change the mode. It's very straightforward. That's it. But again, mine only support the 3 because that's what those do. But if you do have low latency headphones, I did borrow some off my friend of mine. He's got a Panasonic pair of closebacks. I forgot the model name, but they do have Bluetooth 5.0 and aptX low latency by default, and it worked perfectly fine in games. I've noticed in aptX HD and the other modes, there is a little bit of like you can see the sync slightly off with speech. So if somebody's talking, obviously you'll see the mouth move first and then the voice comes after. It's only very small. Some people might not even notice it, but I did. It's like half a second off maybe. But yeah. So in the next clip, I'm going to go through all the information on Creative's website, and then I'll do my conclusion of it. So this is what it looks like plugged into a PS4 controller. So you can use that and use your Bluetooth headphones for its intended use. You can also use the microphones in your headset, for example. So if you want to make a phone call, but if you do, you lose the benefits of the codec. So all that won't work because it has to be on a different profile. But yeah, just a quick show before I get into the next clip. That's what it looks like in a controller. And that's it. So another way to describe this product is using the main Creative product page, the BT-W3, as it's very in-depth and it's a good way of describing what it does. So as you see, BT-W3, this is the newer model. The older one only does Bluetooth 2 or something like that. But this is the model you want to aim for. So it says Windows PC, which I've tried, and on my PS4, which is a Pro. Good to see it works on the PS5 and Switch and Mac. That's just obviously you've already seen me unbox it and use it on my PlayStation. But this is just say big images. Overview of what it does is there. Obviously you know about the codec support. This is the information that was on the box. Range, obviously if you're using low latency you want to get closer, but obviously in reality you will be close enough to have a good contact and have no issues. It says up to 30 meters. You're bound to be in the same room, so it's not really a problem. Obviously here's the 4 colors you get. On my main headphones, the Bang & Olufsen's, I only get those 3 modes. But on the headphones I borrowed off a friend of mine, I did manage to get the white, which is low latency, and the delay was extremely small. I never noticed any sync issues, like lip sync issues. There was a little bit with the aptX HD, but then again you are getting the best quality with that. That's just what it looks like plugged into a laptop. How to use it and to pair, plug it in, pair it for 2 seconds by holding it in. Then your device will connect to it, very straightforward. That's it with a switch. That's what I've already shown you with the actual analog microphone. And this is how HFP mode works, if you want to use that way. And it glows red when it's in HFP mode. For Switch users, there is a firmware update for that. That's if you're using on Switch. Personally, I didn't. Some FAQs, information there. A lot of this is very straightforward. Can you pair it with 2 headphones at the same time? No, that's not really a big problem, but you can't do that. Can you use it with your phone? Yes. How you use it with a Nintendo Switch in dock mode. Personally, I haven't tried that. How you use the analog microphone with a switch. Information's there. There is a firmware update for that, like I said, so you have to bear that in mind. Information about volume control, power usage. If your laptop's already got Bluetooth, why would you need this? That's actually a good question. Power mode, can use the microphone. Can I use the mic for my Bluetooth headphones for voice call instead of the analog? Yes, that's then HFP mode. That's how you set it up for your PS4 if you want to use the analog mic. So that's kind of important. And that's it. And now on to the actual conclusion. So on to my conclusion of the actual Creative BTW3 Bluetooth adapter. As you can see here, I think it works really well. I couldn't really fault it. It's so small, it uses a really small amount of power, I think around 40 milliamps. Obviously you can use the analog microphone and a pair of headphones. So your headphones are basically receiving from the transmitter, and obviously that will go through the controller, I think, and that's it. But yeah, hard to fault. The only really issue is it really nitpicking is AAC support. It doesn't have it. But apart from that, I can't really fault it. It did everything well. Signal strength, obviously the latency was even okay with aptX HD, but obviously you want low latency mode really. But yeah, on the whole, the work perfect, easy to pair, easy to change modes. HFP mode is there if you want to use it for phone calls, like you need a call. But then you do lose the benefits of the aptX and aptX HD and so on and so forth, because it's a different profile. And that's it. Yeah, it's a good product. It's nearly perfect, but yeah, I recommend it. It works really well. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.